Hello everyone and welcome. It's Coffee with Ceri. Hi guys, coffee time again. Okay, if you're new to one of the Coffees with Ceri, remember this is just me giving my opinion on a topic that I choose. I can be right, I can be wrong, I can be completely ignorant of the subject. My aim is not to offend, it's just to spark a conversation or plant a seed of thought in you. Maybe something we need to think about more of, maybe it's something we need to deal with, who knows, I really don't know. So I think today's subject, we're going to talk about the little guy out there, coffee obviously. Now, we've just come through rather an extensive period of the pandemic, the virus. Hopefully we're learning to cope with it. I mean, life has changed, definitely changed for me. It's probably definitely changed for you. The planet is a different place now than it was, say, 3 years ago. But we're getting back to being a normal or a new normal or a new exciting normal, let's put it that way. And there have been some victims to this pandemic, this virus. And one of the victims is the little guys. The big industries and big companies, although they are at a risk because they've got a higher, how do I put this? Economic value, what with employees and overheads and all of that. A lot of them have made it through the darker times. The government seems to be more willing to keep the big names and subsidise and help those people out there. However, here in Britain we have a very big core of self-employed, of freelancers, of the little guys who do the pop-up businesses, or they've got stalls or market stalls. And a lot of these people seem to have slipped under the radar when it comes to being supported by the government. And I do know that in other countries, like in America, there wasn't support as far as I can understand. I've had a few friends over there who have been really struggling. Now that we're beginning to come back, we've lost a lot of those little high street shops that we used to go, ooh, have you popped down to nip in there while you're there? Or have you gone to the market? Go to the market. There's this one stall in the right hand corner. They do the most exquisite. Those are gone. But what we need to do is we need to look after who is left. So we've been taught by this virus to shop online. We will now sit in our armchair. We will go onto our favourite site and we'll go click, hit pay, and it's done. And we shop with a lot less consideration as to where the product has come from, who's manufactured it, its journey, and who it benefits in the long run too. I do encourage you, if you can, support the little guy. Like, we obviously know the big players out there, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, AliExpress, all of those companies, especially if you're in the creative world, those are who we're going to. But what we're not doing is we're not going to the company that created it in the first place. So let's make up one. Mrs. Jones. So Mrs. Jones makes hand-painted rice paper for crafting. I don't know whether Mrs. Jones exists, but it's just a fictitious company. So Mrs. Jones sells her products to other people to sell for her, but she also sells for herself. Now, obviously, to sell it to another trader, she has to take a cut in the cost of the product because they need to make a profit and her profit is diminished. But if you're out there shopping for Mrs. Jones's handmade rice papers, why not go to Mrs. Jones? Because by doing that, when you buy from Mrs. Jones, that little one-person lady who does it in one little unit, all on her own little business. If you're supporting her, she's making a larger amount of profit instead of selling it to others. And it's just that mentality of try to buy from the source, not the most convenient retailer, because it's that little ingenious person who sat in their room manufacturing little pieces of magic, little unique pieces, not mass produced. And we need to keep those people going. We need to keep that industry, those little gems, those little nuggets. We need to keep that going, because a lot of the time when we lose those, we've lost them for good. They don't come back. Once a small one-person business goes out of business, it's not very often that person goes, you know, I risked it all, I lost it all. Why don't I risk it all again? You just don't want to take that risk again. So try and support the little guys out there, guys. That go to farmers markets and have a look around farmers markets and find out how many places are actually making handmade preserves, how many places are doing handmade cookies and cupcakes, and like how many bath bombs are being made by someone in your village. How many people out there who are carving wood and you get unique pieces of that. How many artists out there are actually putting their work out there for you to purchase. And it may only be a painting or a bath bomb to you, or it may only be a cookie or a bag of handmade fudge to you, but actually it's someone's livelihood. And yes, you can go to the big guys. Yes, you can go and walk down a supermarket or a grocery store and pick up a packet of fudge and a packet of cookies and a packet of cupcakes. But you know, that's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a drop in the profit for the big guys. Whereas if you walk around a farmer's market and you pick up a little bit, those tiny little bits of profit are what keeps these people going. And I think we need to remember that the little guys are actually the lifeblood of us. They're the ones who come up with the new ideas. They're the ones who actually keep that homemade, handmade, ingenious view of life in front of us. We love those little people, and please support them, guys. Take some time. When you're out next, say you're on vacation. When you're next on vacation, go and visit the local market. Pop into those little shops that are obviously not part of a big chain. Try and support them. You're going to spend the money anyway. You're going to buy a product, you're going to buy food, why not put a few more steps on your watch that says you've done your steps for the day. Go and do something nice. Go and actually pick up a few things that are handmade. And we've got, well, Christmas isn't that far away, or Hanukkah, or whichever celebration is coming for you. It would be far nicer to give a handmade gift or a crafted gift to someone than going to your local store and buying a mass-produced something and going, there you go, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy Christmas, enjoy your wedding, happy Hanukkah. The gift that is handmade or the gift that is crafted has far more value than a mass-produced gift, because the recipient knows you've taken the time to select that. You're giving them a one-off. They're giving them something that's unique. And it's usually only the little guys and girls, not just guys obviously, the little manufacturers who do that. Also, if you're buying food that's not mass-produced, tell you what, the flavour's fabulous. I quite often shop in my local farmer's market, and I can tell you, some of the cake flavours I come across are absolutely exquisite. So anyway, I think that's enough of me chatting on that one. But do think before you shop, guys, or if you're out, say you go to a town, don't just go to the big guys. Go and find that little arcade. Go and find the enclosed market. Go to your local village or city when you know there's market day. Go and have a look in a pop-up shop. Just have a look around. Even look in your local area. Put in your postcode or your zip code and actually put it in and do local businesses and see what's around you. You may not know that someone 2 streets down from you does the most exquisite work and you've never even known they existed. Have a hunt, have a look around, guys. If it wasn't for the support of people out there when I was starting my businesses, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it's only through the love and support and loyalty that I have from my followers and my friends and my family that I'm able to do what I'm doing. And I am one of those little guys. I'm a little bit further up the ladder than most probably, but then I'm over 60 years old and I've been doing this a darn long time. So, but you know what, without all of those people looking out for me along the way, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm so grateful for that. And I want us to all be a bit more thoughtful and to give back and actually to look out for the little guys because they are so precious to us. They will help us build the economy again. Okay, take care, guys. Enjoy your coffee.